Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of my James Hart Be a Pro series on Rugby League Live 3. Now, I'm pretty excited for this episode. Obviously, you can see here, round 1 lineups. We've been selected at fullback, so we will be making our NRL debut just in our second season. So this will be our rookie year in the NRL, so pretty stoked about that. I thought our preseason, we had an okay preseason. I wouldn't say we set the world on fire, and I think we didn't score any tries or anything like that. But we do have to keep into account that we are playing on Legendary, so it is going to be a bit harder. And I mean, down the line we might be swapping to something else, but for the time being, Legendary is what it's going to be. And I think Rabbos are a great test to start out the season. I mean, obviously their side looks very, very good in this game, at least this season. And I'd say the backline, like Inglis, one of the best players to compare yourself first game up. Just see where exactly you're at. We are 74 rated coming into this game, so obviously we're some way behind being a superstar fullback, but Des has showed enough faith in young James Hart that he can do something. Whether it's he's basing it straight off potential or current ability, you'd have to say it's more potential. But it is a bit strange. Clinton Gutherson in the side, well, he's in the squad and he's 84 rated at the moment. He's only a few years older than James Hart, so I mean, potential-wise, not really sure if he's made the right move, but we'll have to see at the end of the season if it pays off. And so far this game, so good, you'd have to say. We've made a few big tackles. I haven't really made any huge runs or anything. Maybe right here will change. We get around, I think it was George Burgess, but there was an arm free there. And I think we might have actually came up with an offload, but nothing really happened there. But right here, I think it is a Burgess, and he just steps straight around us. A bit strange to not see him, just pancake us as some other players have done in the past. Tarek Sims, I'm looking at you. Now, Glenn Stewart there. Thought there was going to be a bit of an offload there, but David Clemmer goes out injured. Now, I was a bit worried about that. I mean, first game in and you already see massive injuries. It didn't really happen too much in under 20s, and I'm sort of thinking, like, it's a big physical game. Is James Hart going to end up with an injury? Be on the receiving end of a huge tackle? Who knows? Now, right here, we did call for a pass a little bit earlier. They didn't throw it to us, and that's one of the most frustrating things in this game is you call for a pass and they go and pass it like completely the other way, like 20 metres to the left of you, and then like you're on the right other side of the field or whatever, and then they still try to pass it to you like across the whole length of the field. It's a bit dumb. They should be able to realise that, like, oh, you wanted to pass before they passed it earlier, so they should just cancel it out at that stage. But Greg Inglis opens the score. I don't even know if that's the right word, but he opened his account for the season, scored the first try, and they hit the lead there. Adam Reynolds kicks the goal to 6-0, and we're on the back foot. We haven't played terrible or anything. I will have to say, I think I'm finding out that the Be a Pro, at least on Legendary, some of the players lack a little bit of creativity. I mean, they just throw offloads willy-nilly, the opposition at least. Our side doesn't really do it too much, which is a little bit frustrating, and I don't know if it's just the position here. And I kept talking about last episode about there's going to be a bit of a flurry of defence there, and I believe that's what I was just talking about. We made a few tackles and we backed it up by throwing someone straight over the sideline there. Now right here, that was probably the best run we've done, taking into account this whole season. I'm not talking about the under 20s or whatever, that's irrelevant. I'm talking about playing in a first grade squad. That's probably our best run. Obviously we didn't really do too much with it, but I mean, we cut back inside and it made a bit of space, and we had a little bit of support. Maybe we could have got a pass away, but wasn't meant to be. Now big Sam Casiano off the bench there gets a pass to Graham, I think it was, and then we create a little bit of an offload. We create a little bit of an overlap, and I think they put it down. I think it was Pritchard, and that was absolutely a blown opportunity. I think that was a guaranteed try that we just ended up ruining. So it's not looking good for us. 78 minutes in, and they're going to create a little bit of a break here, I think, as they do. Yeah, Adam Reynolds on the ball here, and we come up with a big tackle there, drive and tackle in the stomach, but like I said, just too little too late, and we end up losing 6-0, and expect the scorelines to be quite low at this stage, just due to the fact that we're, it's the game time we're playing 5 minutes halves, so if we're playing 10-minute halves, maybe it would have been better. But I did start off the season, I was sort of expecting to pick it up a little bit, but and I don't really want to change it like midway through the season or whatever. Now we did do a drill just before the second game, and we end up leveling up, and we find ourselves up to 75 rated, so already gone up 2 ratings in like 3 games, something like that. Can't remember exactly what it is, but I think that's pretty good, and we're leveling up very, very fast. Plus, you got the stuff from playing games, scoring tries gives you bonus and that sort of stuff, so we'll be hoping to do that. Now Stormside, Blake Ferguson in the centres, thought that was quite interesting. I think he actually was off contract this year in real life, so for the most part they've got a lot of players right in terms of off contract and that sort of stuff. Alex Glenn is a regular who's off contract every single time. And then right start of the game, probably the worst start you could think of. Cameron Smith just rounds us there. That was very, very poor. I think it was very, very avoidable. I mean, obviously they had to make the line break to start off with, but we at least should have got an attempt on him. We just nothing, just wrong footed, like completely nothing here. Now they throw a bad offload here, and I just showed this clip here. I mean, had we got the ball before Graham or Tolman did or whatever, who knows what would happen? And we nearly scored right here, except we got driven back by like Billy Slater or someone. That was ridiculous, but I thought for sure we should have scored. Now right here, a big tackle and forces an error there. But I want to show that last clip. Just showed that as soon as that ball hits the deck, much like we did against the Eels in the under-20s, like if there's an opportunity, as you can see it just down the wing, like I will race up out of the line and try and get that ball, because on the counter is like the perfect example, like perfect way to score a try in my opinion. Now right here the ball ends up with Hodkinson, but we did call for it and he went for the pass, and we'll probably just centimeters off actually that ball slipping through and us going over untouched for our first try. So some promising signs there. Now right here Storm put in a kick and we're trying to leave it, and then we had to pick it up last second. I don't think we had to pick it up, but I think we just a little bit of nerves, especially after the way we started the game. I mean, you would have thought we have settled in by now, but I mean, it's still there every now and again. But we did make a pretty big tackle there, we didn't force an error, but straight after that was an error. Now right here, we step past the first person and then get driven back. So for the second time in the game, driven back, and just shows our strength is a lot better than what it was in the 20s, but it's not quite up to scratch for first grade standards at this stage. But yeah, at half time, it is going to be 10, 12 0, something like that. 6 0 is what it is. In terms of player ratings, you see for the Bulldogs, we're all playing very shit. I mean, no one's really had a good game at this stage. I think Storm had like plays in the 60s, and our highest was like in the higher like teens. So yeah, it just shows the difference in class at this stage. But another big tackle from us. There's been a hell of a lot of offloads there. And we make another tackle there on Cameron Smith this time. Just went for the short side run there. They're going to pass it across. And they pass it to Harris or Proctor. I think it's Proctor actually, and he was through a gap there, and we come up with a huge tackle around the ribs, pick him up a little bit and drop him. So pretty important tackle there. And then they put in a grubber and we just leave it, and that was the perfect sort of defense from us. That's I was very, very happy to see that. Very promising, and it's a great start to the second half. Obviously not followed up by a good kick chase, but I mean the kick itself wasn't too bad, I'd have to say. And right here, just trying to control the defense a little bit. We did compress them in, and then Storm must have realised, and just threw like a massive cut-up pass, and it was Blake Ferguson. You see Brett Morris coming across, and for a second there, I thought Brett Morris was going to get him, and then must have got a little bit confused or something as he just stopped. He just stopped. Now it's just a bit of a glitch in the game, whatever. It's one of those things where they run next to him instead of actually going to him. A little bit weird, but I mean, we've benefited from it a few times, so got to take the good with the bad in this game. So 12-0 down, and it's looking like it's not going to be a great game for us in terms of results. But I mean, a personal like sort of game, I think it's been pretty good. We did get flattened then by Bromwich, I think it was, or maybe I think it's Finucane actually, up against his old club. But right here, kick return, going across field. Can't beat the first play, but we do get an offload away to Greg Eastwood, and then he got another pass away. But I think some promising signs shown. I keep saying that, but I mean that's all I can really say about this game. You can see once again getting voted the best player on our side, so that's something good. But I mean, if you look, Cameron Smith on 100, he's still nearly 60 points ahead of us, so a little bit disappointing in that aspect. But yeah, we did complete one of our objectives, and that's where the video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you can leave a like, be very much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel, also very much appreciated. Share with your friends if you think they might like this sort of video. Some people, well, a lot of people, obviously aware of like FIFA and that being around, but probably not aware that there's a Rugby League Live 3 community online. So make sure you go ahead and share it if you feel like you got someone who would like it. And yeah, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke MYT. Facebook page in the description below, and leave any comments. I'll definitely try and reply. If it doesn't, it's just Google being shit. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye guys.